Greetings dear children. In this video, we will be learning the content analysis series of the story The Blue Bean written by Norah Burke. Before we begin the question answers, let us look at the summary of the story. And one thing we must understand, no summary can do justice to the beautiful description and the narrative richness of the style of Norah Burke. A story of Norah Burke, if it is to be fully enjoyed, must be read in the original text. So here in this story, there are two main characters. One is the huge crocodile. The other main character is Sibia. As the story begins, the writer Norah Burke describes the grandeur of the crocodile. Twice the size of a tall man, it came out of water, rested in the shallow water among logs, with only his eyes out of water and nostrils as well for breathing. He was blackish brown above and yellow white under. He lay motionless. He looked very strong and ferocious and well fed, with a huge tail and long mouth that had fixed evil smile. He was really scary. Since the day he came into the world, he had lived on his own. He had not only survived, but also prospered. His thick hide-inch skin acted like a strong armor. Even the rifle bullets couldn't pierce it. He sunned himself on the banks of the river. The crocodile fed himself on the fish mainly, but also on deer, monkeys that came to drink water. Beside him glimmered a blue gem. It was not really a gem, but a piece of glass floating in the water. Since it was perforated in the center, it looked like a blue bead. The second half we see description of the protagonist of the story, Sibia. In the village, there lived a little girl, and description is given. She was a starving, shriveling child dressed in rags. She was a 12-year-old girl with her ebony hair, large eyes, and brown skin. She never had any money to buy any beads for her necklace or bangles. She lived in the jungle, and once or twice she had visited the bazaar at the nearby small town. She had seen the sweet shops, milling crowds, and sacred bulls. She had particularly liked the cloth stall and enjoyed its smell. There she had seen the satin clothes swing with the silver thread, mirror work saris, and silk saris. She had seen from a distance many colorful and beautiful things in the market and wondered at them. She had been working since the time she could. She went with her mother and other women to get paper grass. They would work hard all day and sell it to the aged. Some women were wearing necklaces made of red seeds She was making a new necklace as well. They passed by the Gujar encampment, and these Gujar lived in grass huts. They were nomadic. The women wore trousers, large silver rings in the ears. The men and the boys had gone out with the herds to the bazaar to sell their products. Sibia too had lived in the jungle. She came to the river. The women were a noisy lot as usual. They would cross the river by stepping onto the stones. They made deliberately they made noises as it would scare the crocodiles. All the women crossed safely and started slicing away at the grass. Sibia looked down over the river while working. As a child, she had played in the small caves. Her mother called out to her and she reigned in her imagination stopped up. Then at the end of the day, they started going back to their houses. Sibia wanted to find out whether the little clay cups which she had left in the case had dried or not. The women, carrying loads, talked and shouted and crossed the river safely. There was silence. The sun had set. The water was almost invisible. The voices of the women no longer audible. Sibia set her foot on the first stone. Halfway across, she put down her load, that's a paper grass, to rest a little. A Gujar woman came down with two vessels to get water. The crocodile leaped on her, caught her by the leg. She screamed with pain and fear, dropped both the pots, ghadas, both the pots that bounced into the water. Both were gone. The woman fell on the stone, caught a log to save herself. She screamed. The crocodile pulled her with his jaws on her leg. She held onto the log, which was stuck between two boulders. Sibia jumped from boulder to boulder and was beside the woman in a flash. The water was turning red. The crocodile seemed to smile at the girl, Sibia. She aimed a hayfork at the eyes of the crocodile. One went in. The monster convulsed, crashed back, and disappeared, leaving the water bloody, full of blood. Sibia supported the fainting woman and dragged her out from the water. She tried her best to stop the bleeding with the sand and bound the wound with the rags and helped her to reach her home. The men took her somewhere for the treatment. The girl returned to her own people. Her fork was lying in the water. As she lowered herself to pick it up, she saw the blue bead. It was not exactly blue now, but white and blue in color. She got it. It was in her palm. It was pierced in the middle, perforated in the middle, She was really happy. What a day it was for her. She met her mother. On the way, mother came back in search of Sibia. She met her. As the mother expressed her worries concerning her safety, Sibia exclaimed with joy that she had got a blue bead for her necklace. So let's begin. Keep your textbook with you so that you can mark the answers. Let's look at all the possible questions which can be asked from this story. So, what were sleepers? What made the timber float down the river? Sleepers are the rectangular pieces of a timber. Example is which can be used to keep on the railroad rails in place. That wooden planks it is in order to support a superstructure. And why is it floating down the river? Because timber is less dense than water and the strong flow of water in the river made it float. What is meant by dislodge? It's an act of forcefully removing, this is the answer, it's an act of forcefully removing something from its place or position. How can sleepers be dislodged? It's in your textbook, page number 93, fourth paragraph. Sleepers lying stuck around the stones until someone came to dislodge them and send them on their way, or until floods lifted them and jostled them along. As it is shown in the previous slide, the picture, you can see that the timbers are floating in one side. People can push it away. If not possible, flood. With the help of the flood water, it moves. So, sleepers are lying stuck in the stones can be dislodged manually or mechanically, or floods also can lift them. From where did the crocodile come? Why did he come? And what was he doing in the shallow waters? So the very first line of the story, we get the answer. From where did he come? From deep water came the crocodile. The crocodile came from the deep black water of the river, where the flowing streams produced a whirlpool. The second line is also out of black water curved with the whirlpool. That's the first line. Why did he come and what was he doing there? It is there in the fourth paragraph. He came to rest in the glassy shallows among logs and balance there on tiptoe on the rippled sand, on the designed sand, with only his raised eyes out of water and raised nostrils, breathing the clean, sunny air. Till there, the answer is. Why did the crocodile raise his eyes and nostrils out of water? The first part is raise his eyes to get a clear sight of the area around the stepping stones. The second part of the question, raised his nostrils to breathe in the fresh sunny air. Further, the author says nothing could pierce the inch-thick armored hide. Why does she say so? The author means to say the skin of the crocodile was an inch-thick armored hide, very strong, which means bulletproof it is. Not even the rifle bullets which would bounce off, means hit off. Page number 94, second paragraph. That means armored here refers to the protective layer. Inch thick and very strong. Bullet also could not be pierced inside and it would bounce off. Who encountered the crocodile later in the story? What did she do to the crocodile and why? Later in the story, a girl named Sibia encountered the crocodile. What did she do? Killed the crocodile with her hay fork. Killed it with her hay fork. Why? in order to save the life of a Gujar woman. This is the answer. Whom the crocodile attacked on her leg and wanted to drag her deep into the river. What's a mugger crocodile? Answer is species of a freshwater crocodile of the Indian subcontinent is the answer. 3 characteristic features or any question which you are asked to describe the crocodile, the grandeur of crocodile, or description about the crocodile. Page number 93, last paragraph, it begins, the mugger crocodile from there tinged with green. Till there, you can by heart it. Any question related to its description, that's answer. And all the details are given there. Characteristic feature is also given there. In short, it is given here. Twice the length of a tall man. All the details. Tail had unimaginable and irresistible power which could propel the strongest flow of water. And its mouth running about the whole length of his head. Evil bony smile. Then yellow underside came up to it. It was tinged with a green. So detailed description in textbook page number 93. That last paragraph. The mugger crocodile blackish brown above till the last tinged with green is the answer. You can by heart. Any question related to the description of the crocodile or the characteristic features you can write from these lines. Give the meaning of antediluvian saurian, a large reptile. Word meaning if you are asked to write a large reptile which is very old as if belonged to the times before the biblical flood. Prehistoric juggernaut, a very ancient animal which is very strong and powerful. Describe the appearance of the crocodile, what made him move. And how can you conclude from the extract that the crocodile was a strong and dangerous animal? As I told that the question related to crocodile, page number 93, the last paragraph, all the details are given there. The crocodile with a huge tail, twice the length, all that description in these 2 questions applicable to the same. That last paragraph is the answer, page number 93. If you by heart 3 to 4 questions you can cover if you by heart those lines. How can you conclude from the extract that the crocodile was a strong and dangerous animal? These are the terms. Antediluvian saurian, prehistoric juggernaut, ferocious and formidable, a vast force in the water, propelled by the unimaginable and irresistible power of the huge tail. How does the crocodile form an important component in the development of the plot? Give reasons to support your answer. The mugger crocodile lived in the river where the villagers used to work and take water. So, how it forms an important component? One day while Sibia was taking a break after coming down from the cliff, cutting the paper grass, she stayed back to check whether the clay cups are dried. She was alone. She kept that burden, that is a paper grass, on the boulder and she took a little bit rest. She saw a Gujar woman struggling and screaming, having been caught by a crocodile. She immediately rushed to help her and poked the eyes of the crocodile with her hay fork. The crocodile immediately released its grip on the lady and she was saved by Sibia. The crocodile is important in the building of the plot because Sibia later finds that she has gone back to take her hay fork. There she finds a blue bead that she always wanted. She was longing to have. Thus, the story highlights the theme, where there is a will, there is a way. What is said about the birth of crocodile? How can you say that the crocodile was very active even before he was fully hatched? Page number 94, first paragraph, we get the answer. That it may be possible that the crocodile perhaps 100 years ago, when the sun had hatched him in the sandbank, broken as he, and he had broken his shell, got his head out and looked around and ready to snap at anything before he was fully hatched. That tells us that he was very active. What is meant by brainless craft and ferocity? It means using one's craft and ferocity guided purely by natural instinct. This is how he lived. How he had lived alone with his brainless craft and ferocity. Another question and answer. The young crocodile could escape from predators by instinctively using his skill and fierceness. Brainless craft here, brainless, guided by instinct. Instinct means the moment we get some indication to act accordingly. And ferocity, the quality or the state of being ferocious. What were the dangers facing the young crocodile? Getting eaten by the birds of prey and great carnivorous fishes who fed on baby crocodiles. It's there, escaping the birds, page number 94, first paragraph. Escaping the birds of prey and great carnivorous fishes that eat baby crocodiles, he had prospered. How he had prospered, catching all the food he needed. And what did he do? Store it till putrid in the holes in the banks, river banks. And how did he prosper and survive? Tepid water to live in and plenty of rotted food grew him to his length. How he became a ferocious animal? The last two lines are answer. Tepid water to live in, plenty of rotted food grew him to his great length. The length means the size of, double the size of tall man. How did the young crocodile get the food? How did he store it? What did he feed on? It's there. Continuation it is. Third paragraph, page number 94, along with the first paragraph, 2 lines. The young crocodile caught all the food he needed and stored it in the holes in the river bank till putrid. Putrid means till it is rotten, unpleasant. That line we can see in page number 94, first paragraph, last 2 lines. The food he needed, he collected, store it till putrid, till it is decayed. He will store it in holes in the river banks. They store it. Then what did he feed on? Mostly on fish, but he had caught deer, monkeys, ducks, spy dogs full of fleas, parasites, or a skeleton cow. And one more point is there. Sometimes he went on to the burning ghats and found half-burnt bodies of Indians cast into the stream. Till there the answer is, that is page number 94, third paragraph. Okay, his menu is given. What did the big crocodile feed on? How is the body of the crocodile strong enough to protect him? How was he vulnerable to an attack? The body of the crocodile is protected with an inch-thick layer of the armored hide. This is the exact answer. Inch-thick layer of armored hide, protective layer. Nothing can pierce it. Even the rifle bullets would bounce off. As I told, that bulletproof body it has. And the places which is very vulnerable, that means exposed of getting attacked, is his eyes and soft underarms. These are the two places offered wherein we can attack this ferocious crocodile. From where did the girl come from? So from here the scenario changes. We can see the details about the protagonist Sibia. From where did the little girl come from? What did she wear? What was she eating? The little girl come from shrilly noisy village. Page number 96, first paragraph. Above the fort, out of a mud house, the same color as the ground, came a little girl, a thin, starveling child dressed in earth-colored rag. She had torn the rag into two, made in order to make a skirt and a sari. That was what she was wearing. And what was she eating? The second paragraph, page number 95. Eating a chapati wrapped around a smear of green chili and rancid butter, which is covered with green chili and rancid butter. So can expect a question in section A, multiple choice question. Then the physical appearance of the little girl, third paragraph, page number 95. With her ebony hair, great eyes, her skin of oiled brown cream, she was a happy, immature child woman about 12 years old, barefoot, often goosey cold on a winter morning, and she was born to toil. So till there you can. And one more point is given there. When as she was eating her food, her white teeth were visible. That also comes under description. Physical appearance. Give evidence to prove that the girl was from a poor background or poor household. The girl belonged to the poor household as she lived the first point in that mud house. Then the dress, okay, that the rag divided into one it is for skirt, the other one for sari. She could not afford meal of the day properly, and she has made it into pieces in order to satisfy her that a lot it is there to seem to look more, and spread green chili and rancid butter was smeared on that chapati. And one more point in the next paragraph, it is there, she had never owned even one anna, that is the money, one, not even a pie. It's a numerical value, that a single anna, even to buy anything from the bazaar. Anything in the sense means the beads or the bangles, which were very attractive. She couldn't own anything. Nothing is there to say that she possessed so and so thing. Nothing she had. Why was the little girl known as child woman and she was referred to as born to toil? The little girl was known as child woman and meant or known for born to toil or child woman because of the circumstances that had made the girl to sacrifice all her wishes, is the answer. Sacrifice all her wishes and to tolerate the conditions like a matured woman. She had to do why she was considered as a child woman or a child born to toil, to do much hard work is one point. Used to husk the corn, gather stick, make the dung dry, cooking, fetching water, cutting the fodder for animals, all this she was doing. That's the reason she was known as a child woman. Describe the strange object found near the crocodile. Justify why the story is named after the object. That strange object is nothing but the blue bead. A glimmering blue bead was found near the crocodile, as I have informed you, page number 94. Here comes that question. That answer can be written for this question. Justify why the story is named after the object. Whether the title is appropriate, how was it appropriate? A glimmering blue bead found near the crocodile. It was sand-worn blue glass that was perforated right through the middle and perhaps the neck of the bottle. Sibia found this after the encounter with the crocodile. She has come back to pick her hay for. There she found this blue bead. Her happiness in killing the crocodile was subsided, reduced. Thus the title, we can say it is appropriate. So the next question is, where was the bazaar? How did the girl know about it? The bazaar was near the railhead, the same page number 95. Last second paragraph. She knew what finery that paragraph it is. The bazaar was near the railhead in the little town. She has gone with her parents and brother. She had been with her parents and brother all through the jungle to the little town at the railhead where this bazaar was, and thus she came to know about it. Last second paragraph, the first line, end of the first line. From there, the answer begins. And continuation till hubbub. Description of the bazaar. If any question comes, that paragraph you can write as the answer. What had she seen and heard while passing through the bazaar? Page number 95, last second paragraph. Walked through the milling people and the dogs and the monkeys full of fleas, the idling, gossiping, bargaining humanity, spitting Beetlejuice, heard the bell of sacred bull clonking as he lumped along through the dust and hubbub. And she had walked till hubbub, the answer. What was her experience at the sweet meat stall? What does she sometimes taste at home? The last paragraph it is. She had paused amazed before the sweetmeat stall to gaze at the brilliant honey confection. Abyss means filled with the dust and flies. They smelled wonderful. And what did she taste at home? Wild honey, or crunch the syrup out of stalk of sugar cane. And how is it different from the sweets which is there in the sweetmeat stall? The last line is the answer. These sweets were green and magenta in color. If the question comes, what smell had overtaken this wonderful smell? That is the smell of drain and humanity and cheap cigarette, which is not there here. You should know in that paragraph it is mentioned. This smell overtook the sweet smell of this honey confection and the sweets which are kept there in the sweetmeat stall. Describe what Sibia saw at the cloth stall. Did she like? Why? How can you say so? Page number 96, first paragraph is the answer. Cloth stall, stacked with great rolls, new cotton cloth, stamped at the edge with a marker sign of a tiger's head, smelling so wonderful of its dressing, straight front the mills, as if from the factories, the smell. That what tells you that she likes the stall? The last line, that Sibia could have stood by it all day, ready to stay there the whole day. That sentence tells us that she really liked the stall and ready to stay there. Mention any three of the wonders Sibia had seen in the bazaar. Many wonderful things. She had seen the satin sewn with a real silver thread, tin trays from Birmingham, sari which had got the chips of a looking glass embroidered into the border. She had also seen the Kashmiri traveling merchant showing dawn-colored silks that poured like cream. He had got a little locked chest with the turquoises and opals in it. Page number 96, second paragraph. So, one particular question here. This is general, the wonders. And here the particular, what did the Kashmiri merchants sell? The same paragraph. Answer is there. Sold the dawn-colored silks and description about the sari. And an interesting thing is a box which had been pressed, a bell tinkles and a yellow woolen chicken jumps out from the box. Describe the box having the best of merchants' goods. Which one? The same answer is repeated here. When you press it, a bell tinkled and a yellow woolen chicken jumped out. How did Sibia used to spend her time since her childhood? Already we had discussed this answer, which tells that she is meant to toil, born to toil. Child woman, example, the work which she had done since childhood. She could toddle, she has done all these works. Repeated answer it is. What does Sibia's life show about the life of the people living in the vicinity of forest? How was Sibia's life different from the Gujar woman? For the people residing in the vicinity of forest, its life full of hardship. The mud house lacked even the basic amenities. Sibia's life is more difficult than the Gujar woman, as she had not only do the household chores but also had to go up to the mountain to cut the paper grass. That work she is joining along with the villagers to make her a living. She appears out a hardworking and adventurous girl, and she is the specimen of intractable willpower in sharp contrast to the Gujar woman. What thoughts did not trouble Sibia? Sibia and the other women were working very hard throughout the day, but the maximum profit was taken by the agent, who sat all day along on the silk cushion enjoying his hookah. But such thoughts did not trouble Sibia. Where was Sibia going? Why? Page number 96, last second paragraph. Going with her mother and some other women to get paper grass from the cliffs above the river. When they get enough of it, bring it down, take it down by bullock cart to the railhead and sell it to the agent. And the agent would arrange its dispatch to the paper mills. Till then, this way they used to get their earning. Who were with Sibia during her journey? Mother and other women of the village. Why couldn't Sibia skip during her return journey? While coming back, she cannot skip. What is the reason? While going up, she was full of energy, skipping along, but at the time of returning, she could not do so because tired, having a big load to carry. Describe the necklaces worn by women. Why did they want to wear new necklace every year? Page number 97, first paragraph. Wearing necklace made out of lal beads, the shiny scarlet seeds, red seeds. One side black, one end that seeds, it's grown everywhere in the jungle. And it is best to have new necklace every year instead of the last year's faded one. That's the reason they wanted to wear new necklace. What type of necklace did Sibia wish to wear? What was the difficulty in getting such a necklace? Same page number 97. Sibia wished to wear one necklace made of a shiny scarlet seed, that is a lal beads. She was making one, but each seed was as hard as a stone and could be drilled only with a red hot needle. And what was the difficulty she faces now? Sibia broke the family needle, so she had to wait unless the new needle could be brought. Why were the women going to the river? What were the dangers they encountered on the way? The women were going towards the river in order to collect the paper grass from the cliffs on the other bank of the river, which they would sell to the agent who arranges it and dispatch it for the paper mills. And the danger is encounter wild animals and then the big crocodiles which could kill them. These were the dangers. What is meant by nomadic glaciers? How long do these people stay in one place? 97, last second paragraph. The nomadic glaciers are the people who roam around from place to place frequently or without a fixed pattern of movement until they get the greenery around to graze their animals. Their occupation is cattling here. They stay in one place until their animals had perhaps finished all easy grazing within the reach, or they were not able to sell enough of their butter or white milk in the district, or no one could buy the young male buffaloes for the tiger bait. So the answer is last second paragraph. Perhaps until their animals had perhaps finished all the easy grazing till the last tiger bait. One more point is there. A cattle killing tiger was making a nuisance. So that point also can be added to this. How long do they stay in one place? So you get 4 points there. Their animals perhaps finished all the easy graze within the reach, not able to sell enough of their white butter and milk in the district. The second point, no one to buy the young male buffaloes for the tiger bait. And the fourth point is perhaps a cattle killing tiger was making a nuisance of himself. Then they would move on. Then describe the appearance of Gujar women as seen by Sibia. Last paragraph. Sibia saw the appearance and they wore trousers tight and wrinkled at the ankles. In their ears, large silver rings made out of melted rupees. One of them was clinking a stick against the big brass gadas in which they fetched water from the river for the camp to see which ones were empty. So description till melted rupees, that's enough. That's a description. And after that, the sound is made up, hitting to the gadas which they were having. So the appearance of what they were wearing and about the earrings you can describe. Where were the men and the boys from the camp? Explain why Gujars are called the men in the wandering pastoral age. The men and the boys were mostly out of the camp. Where have they gone? Either to graze their animals or to sell their produce in the market. And why are they referred to men in the wandering pastoral age? Because they did not have a permanent house. They were neither the hunters nor the cultivators. They earned their living from animals, grass and trees in the forest. Explain how was Sibia like the Gujars as Jangali. Give 2 points of difference between Sibia and Gujars. Page number 97, last paragraph. The Gujars were Junglis as Sibia was too, born and bred in the forest. For countless centuries, their forebears had lived like this, getting their living from animals, from grass and trees. Sibia was having a permanent house, whereas Gujars were nomadic. That's a difference. Gujars were well-off people, where Sibia belongs to poor household. Her family could not afford even 2 meals a day. How was Sibia compared to the bird in the passage? When the cool wind touched the sweating body, page number 98, last paragraph. When the cool wind touched the sweating body of Sibia, she could look down over the river as if she were a bird. Her imagination took her in swooping down over the river, swooping flight over the bright water and golden air to the banks where she had played as a child. Page number 98, last paragraph is the answer. There we can see the comparison to the bird. What did she keep in the cave and why? In the cavelets, that's in page number 99, first paragraph. Stored some little bowls molded of clay while they harden. That could be used for coloring. They would look fine painted with the marigolds and elephants. Till there the answer is. In between page number 96, you can expect the questions that why the villagers, these village women, were talking while they climb up the cliff. Noise frightens crocodile, but here we see the mugger did not move. All the women crossed in safety to the other bank. So the reason is why they were talking, because noise frightens crocodile. That's the reason. How they had gone, they were very active talking. It's there in page number 98 to 3, fourth paragraph. They had plenty to laugh and bicker about. That paragraph speaks or tells about how they climb up to the cliff in order to cut the paper grass. Why was the mother angry with her, Sibia's mother? How did Sibia react to the situation? Sibia's mother, when she found that Sibia was lost in the world of imagination, she called her. On hearing the strict tone of her mother, Sibia got alert. She came back to the world of reality and started to toil again. Where did the women carrying the load go and why? They go back to their homes, and the reason is it was evening time and they had to look after their animals and had to cook the evening meal. What happened when the Gujar woman walked onto the stepping stones? When the Gujar woman walked onto the stepping stones, she was within 1 yard of the reach of the crocodile. The crocodile lunged at her. The woman screamed with fear and dropped both her pots, the gaddas which she had brought to get clear water. That's the reason she has gone little friend. When the crocodile attacked the woman, how did she react? She recoiled from the crocodile as his jaws closed on her leg at the same moment, and she slipped and fell on a bone-breaking stone. When she has fallen, she clutched one of the timber logs in order to save herself. Describe the struggle between the woman and the crocodile. When the crocodile attacked the woman, page number 100, the Gujar woman recoiled and clutched one of the timbers that she did. And after that, the struggle started. She recoiled from the crocodile, but his jaws closed on her leg. At the same moment, slipped, fell on the bone-breaking stone, clutched one of the timber logs to save herself. The crocodile was pulling the woman on her legs and was beating its powerful tail, showing its anger. He was doing it so that the woman might lose her grip on the timber logs so that he could drag her deep into the water. The Gujar woman recoiled, and till deeps of the pool, blood spread everywhere. It is summarized in these 4 lines. Briefly state the theme of the conflict between the human beings and the wild nature as shown in the story. While nature is beneficial to human beings, it can also be wild. It has something of savage and awful. The blue bead presents both these aspects here. The people of the village live in the lap of nature and enjoy its benefits. But as the village is on the edge of forest, they also are vulnerable to dangers, exposed to be attacked, to dangers from wild animals. They fall prey to fatal diseases and are often threatened by wild animals. The dense forests cut them off from the benefits of urbanization. On seeing the woman being attacked by a crocodile, what was Sibia's first thought? Show how Sibia came to help the woman immediately. And here we see that all the villagers, they have gone, and Sibia stayed back to check whether the clay cups are dried. She was left alone from the group, and she stayed there to take a little bit of rest there, and she has noticed this lady. As soon as Sibia saw the woman attacked by the crocodile, She sprang, page number 100, from boulder to boulder like a heroic action. It is like a hero. And a heroic action is detailed here. Sprang from boulder without thinking about the danger in the river. From boulder to boulder, she came leaping like a rock goat in order to help the woman. She came on wings, choosing, that is her footing in the mid-air without even thinking about it. And in one moment, she was beside the shrieking woman. Till there, the answer is last second paragraph. Why did the crocodile go into convulsion? What happened during his convulsion? As Sibia hit the crocodile in his eyes, she came heroically and drove the hay fork at the eyes. So he reared up in pain till half his lizard body was out of water, the tail and the nose nearly meeting over his stony back. This is what happened during his convulsion. How did Sibia attend to the Gujar woman? After that, she got her arms around her, the fainting woman, and somehow dragged her from the water. Page number 101, last second paragraph. She stopped her wounds with the sand and bound them with rag and helped her home to get to the Gujar encampment, where the men made a litter, carry her to someone for treatment. Maybe a local physician or nearby a clinic is there. There they have taken her. Where was Sibia Saleh? Then she realized about her sickle and the hay fork. And what strange object did she see in the water? Sibia's sickle and fork, page number 101, last paragraph. Went back for her grass, sickle and fork. Three things. The fork was lying in the river, not carried away. Luckily, as she bent to pick it up out of water, she saw the blue bead. And now it's not blue. The sun nearly gone, sun is set. Now no color, a white blue, and it's a shape wobbling in the movement of the stream. This is what she has seen. And what did she do? She reached her arm down into the yard of the cold silk water to get it. She missed it because of refraction. This is what the object which she has seen. How did she take possession of the strange object? Describe the object. Sibia reached her arm down into the yard of cold silk water to get it, but she missed it at first because of refraction. In the second attempt, she was able to get it in her hands. Now, description is object was perfect, white, blue, even pierced, perforated, ready to use it, with the sunset shuffled about inside it like gold dust. At the end of the day, how did Sibia feel? What does it reveal about her character? After being the heroine of such an adventurous and life-threatening battle with the crocodile, the only detail she considered important to tell her mother was that she had found a blue bead for her necklace, which reveals that she had accepted her poor condition. Deep in her heart, she wished to have the wonders of the world. She considered this as one of the wonders, this blue bead. She was very happy about it. She did not give much importance to the heroic act or the life-threatening battle with the crocodile. State why was Sibia more thrilled at finding the blue bead than saving the Gujar woman from the crocodile? A blue bead was one of the unattainable wonders for her that she managed to attain at the end. So it was natural for her to rejoice at having discovered the glittering bead. Hence, Sibia says to her mother in ecstasy. So here in between we have seen that all these women, they have gone and Sibia was left alone, left behind, since she wanted to check whether the clay cups which she had kept in the cave was dried or not. By the time she was left alone and she had taken rest on one of the boulders, and after this encounter, then mother thought that Sibia also was there with the group. But once she reached home, she realized that Sibia was not there with her. She did not reach. Concerning the safety of the child, she has come back, and on the way she met Sibia, and she did not say about the heroic act or the life-threatening encounter with the crocodile. Instead, she tells her mother, I found a blue bead for my necklace, she tells. And she considered important to tell her mother was what was important to tell her mother was that she had found a bead for her necklace, not the battle or the encounter with the crocodile. And what does it reveal about her character? She does not take any credit of the brave act. When asked by her mother where she has been, she tells about the blue bead that she had found. Her happiness lies in the blue bead. She does not mention about her heroic act. Let's look at the previous year question paper. In 2020 paper, we can see the questions from the blue bead is asked. Describe Sibia's experience at the bazaar. What were the things that filled her with wonder? Answer, you can see that page number 95. Last paragraph, experience in the sweetmeat stall. Then experience in the clothes stall, that is page number 96. And the second paragraph, other wonders, satin swing, till the wonders of the world. A lot of points are there. And you can see the marks distribution 448. This is the old pattern. The current pattern is changed. There's no 4 marks or 8 marks question from the story. So a lot of points are there for these two questions. And the next question, who were the Gujar? Give a brief description of their lifestyle. Page number 97. The nomadic, where these nomadic graziers would live for the time until their animals had, till they moved on. Give a brief description of their lifestyle. Page number 97, last paragraph. The Gujars were junglis. Page number 98, till that cultivators. Lot of points are there. All these are points for the second question. And the third question is describe how Sibia rescued the Gujar woman from the crocodile. Page number 100, from boulder to boulder. Before that, you should write that the Gujar woman went to fetch water from the river. To get the clear water, she has gone only a yard next to the crocodile. He lunged at her legs. Then Sibia has a scene, and she rescued, leaping like a rock god. Then she drove the hay fork at the eyes, one prong. Then the crocodile reared up in convulsion and disappeared. All these points plus what was Sibia considered as a highlight of that fateful day. She did not consider this encounter with the crocodile as the highlight of the fateful day. Instead, she considered that she got this blue bead, finding the blue glass bead for her necklace. That is the highlight. And what does this tell about Sibia? Just like an innocent little girl, not different from the other girls of her age, despite all bravery, and her heart is gladdened by something she considers pretty. And it speaks about her poverty level. Happiness in all the achievements is also highlighted, and she overlooked the brave achievement, and she considers finding this blue bead is one of the greatest achievements, and she has informed this to her mother that I found something. Something I did. I found this bead. She did not mention the brave act or the encounter with the crocodile or save the Gujaroman. She has not mentioned anything, but she said that she has found a bead for her necklace. Just like other girls of her age, her innocence is highlighted, though she is considered as a child woman, immature child woman. Then 2023 multiple choice question, section A. The question which was asked is, what was the blue bead? A piece of perforated glass, a round blue pebble. Out of these four, option A is the answer. 2004 specimen paper, we can see the multiple choice question which comes in question 1, section A. Which of the following statements is not true of Sibia? Long golden hair, she had to work hard from her early years, 12 years old, no money to buy. So all these are true statements. And the first one, she had long golden hair, she had ebony hair, and in her description it is given there. Answer is option A. This is not true about Sibia. Thank you, children.